Well, this week it's a right old mix of motorhome repairs, shopping and planting for novice gardeners, Sue's first park run of the year and the area, plus testing yet another Bob and Brad muscle gun. But first, when 2024 started, we had no idea what lay ahead. Through a twist of fate and travelling for over 2 years, we would end up appearing on Escape to the Country, finding our dream home in the Highlands and moving in just in time to host family for Christmas. Oh, by the way, we are Kath, Sue and Fudge, so why not come along and see what 2025 has in store? Good morning. Now, I don't know if you remember, but we are called motorhome mums and we do still have a motorhome. All this cold weather that we've been having has been playing absolute havoc. I think Bertie might be just rebelling a bit because we're not in there. So today I've got a couple of errands that I want to do in Inverness, which would be a nice drive. So rather than take the car, I've decided to take Bertie. It's warmer here now, so hopefully that run will get a really decent charge into the battery and then I can get underneath, sort of. It's not really underneath, but I can get down and dirty and see if I can work out what the problem is. Because at the moment we can't charge Bertie on electric. I think it's the inverter, but I don't know yet. Well, so far so good. The engine started without any problems whatsoever. But having now looked at my Victron app, it's definitely behaving a bit strange because it can't see either the MPPT or the inverter. Now, the inverter might be because I've turned it off, although it really should still see it if it's off. But the MPPT I could see when I checked it probably half a week ago. And here I am enjoying a thoroughly lovely drive to Inverness. Well, I've arrived at my first destination, which is B&Q. Actually, I'm just here for a boring old hose pipe, but I won't be able to resist having a quick look around as well. And then I want to go to a garden centre because I want to buy some things ready to start planting things in the garden. Well, I've done my shop at the garden centre. I'm just slightly concerned about getting home and seeing what Sue thinks of it because I've bought rather a lot, but it looks... I've had loads of advice. I've been to Simpsons garden centre, which is just on the outskirts of Inverness, and I've had such great service. It's been like having my personal shopper, and she's been almost as excited as I have been. So it's been brilliant. But anyway, I've got lots of compost, and I'm not even sure if I can show you all this, but just round the corner you may see some plants on the floor, some bulbs, some round the corner, and there's some in the toilet as well. I would take you round there, but I can't actually get there because of all the compost that's on the floor. Anyway, I'm going to show you when I get back home. Well, I'm back from Inverness. I'm going to try and turn the inverter back on and see whether that... and at the moment it's not plugged into electric either, but I'll turn the inverter back on and see what happens. And then we'll try a couple of things that Mark of Bluefix Energy suggested just to see if that cures it. Anyway, let's try. Well, first things first, let's turn that on. So, I know this is working because it's charged the battery up to about 62% from about 16. Let's get this off. He suggested unplugging that. And if I unplug it here, I'll take it out. Yeah?
I need another... Will you run the side?
Yeah. Here comes a welcome relief from looking cluelessly into this space.
I need a little bit of hose pipe.
Well, it's getting dark now, and the upshot of this is I need to somehow acquire a normal plain laptop. Now I use a Mac, so that's no good. And if I can get one of those, Mark can send me a thing, another dongle and we can run some diagnostics, because it looks like there's definitely something going wrong with the Multiplus. But as he is some way away in Hereford and I'm in the Scottish Highlands, we need a way around it. So I am going to acquire myself a normal laptop, which hopefully will help. Well, good morning. So I had a really fabulous time at the garden centre yesterday. I met somebody who was really helpful. And I haven't shown you all of the things that I've bought. So I went round, I could have spent an awful lot more money, but I've bought the things that I think are just about the right size, and I'll be able to watch them grow a bit, and some bedding plants that will hopefully bring some colour. I've got some bulbs as well, and the lady in the shop said it's not too late, although they might be obviously a little bit late coming up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and get all the things I think I'm going to need for my first planting session of the year, and then I'll just be keeping my fingers crossed that everything will grow okay, because this is a real new thing for us. I suppose I better check with Sue where she wants things to go as well. Well, I thought I'd start here by doing a bit of weeding. Right, well, I'm going to start on this one, and I think, I haven't bought the one I was going to, it's not going to be that one, and it's not going to be that one. In fact, let's go and put these where they're going to go. I've no idea what these plants are called, but the one I've forgotten to bring round works well in shade, and whilst none of it's really shaded, there is these big trees behind you which will offer, I'm sure, some shade, so I'll put the shady one here. The other two apparently are quite happy in shade or not, but the other two need this special compost, which is ericaceous, for ericaceous plants. I have no idea what plant is what, but the lady in the garden centre was very helpful in that respect. So I've got lots of bags of the other compost, well, 3 bags of the other type of compost, and I have discovered something. I was going to plant the 3 kind of little tree bush things in the round ones, but the round one right at the end up there, which you might not be able to see at the moment, has actually got some bulbs in it. When I was digging the soil and weeding it and aerating it, it's got some bulbs in it, so I'm just going to leave that. I've no idea what they are, but I'm just going to leave it and as a surprise. And there's one there which has got a little bush thing, whether it's still alive I don't know, but it's also got some bulbs around the edges. So what do you think, Fudge? We better go and get the other one that we're going to put in here, shall we? Oh, I'll tell you what, let's do the other 2 first. Okay, let's do the other 2 first. Well, my top gardener friend said I should dig the hole twice as big as I need it, put some of the special compost in, and then put the plant in, and job should be a good one. We're not planting you. No, get out, we're not planting you. No. Hello, darling. Are you just wondering what we're doing? Hey? Is that what you're wondering? What is this strange activity that you're up to? Hey? Is that what you're saying? I've got 3 of my plants in now, and I'm now going to do some bulbs, and I know you'll be able to hear that really annoying little sound. I'm still kind of hopeful that the moles will eventually get the message, but at the moment They're coming back with a vengeance. At least it gives me plenty topsoil, although I don't really think I need any more. By this point, I'd completely forgotten what the lady in the garden centre had told me about planting some bulb trays. I think she said mix compost with the soil. So that's what I'm doing. Having finished my planting at the back of the house, I head to the front to deal with those two big planters at the front. And look, managed to get this lovely shot of the woodpecker. Again, just as I start speaking to all our friends there, I'm actually quite pleased with my planting, and the test now will be to see whether it actually grows and looks pretty. Might be a bit too bare, I don't know. I'm a complete novice, so, but it's quite exciting, isn't it, waiting for things to grow. You getting ready for your park run?
Yeah, just warming this calf up a little bit.
Is that the new mini one that we've just been sent?
Yeah, no, it's really good.
God, that's so small, isn't it? I know. Well, Sue's using a Bob and Brad muscle gun. This is the M7 Plus, and it's dinky. This is a really brilliant alternative to the one we showed you a couple of weeks ago because it's just so small and portable. It has a charging time of 120 minutes and is power rated at 24 watts. The user manual is really helpful. There's some pictures showing muscle groups and recommended times for using the muscle gun, including which attachment is best. And it even includes a neat little carry case. It also comes with a heat head, a U-shaped head, an air cushion head, a ball head and a bullet head. The heating head has a charging time of 70 minutes. And it's got 3 modes, a dark red light which shows it's at 38 degrees C, a bright red light showing it's at 42 degrees C, and a blue light promoting skin rejuvenation. We have a very exciting day today because Sue is taking part in her first park run in this area. So you've done park runs before. In fact, you've done them in various places around the country before, haven't you?
Yes, and I did quite a few when we were travelling around in Bertie.
Yes, yeah. But this is the first one Sue's done since we've been in this area, and it's probably a bit short for you, really, isn't it? Park runs, because you normally would run a lot further than 5k. So you've got to be fast. Is that right?
Oh well, we'll have to wait and see about that.
Well, we're heading down to the start of the race. Sue's wrapped up as always in a dry robe, ready to go, and Fudge is leading the way. People are now starting to gather behind us. This is where the race briefing takes place. And if you're wondering where this is just off one of the industrial estate. I think it's called the Dalfa Industrial Estate in Aviemore. I might have got that name wrong, but I will put it on the screen just in case any of you are park runners and fancy taking part in this one. This is my favourite runner. We're walking down to the start. Apparently it's a little bit hilly and undulating to begin with, and then it's out onto the moors. And it's a very windy day today. And Sue. It's a very well marked track that they walk along, and unlike the other park runs I've been to, actually it's quite a small group of people running today. I guess if there's lots of visitors there'll be lots more people, and the furthest away visitors today are from Suffolk, and actually we're right next to Spey Valley Golf Club. And the course is beside us, just the other side of these trees here. Can't remember if I've said it already, but it's an out and back route, which starts and finishes at the same point, obviously. keep going. Well done, Sue. Well done, keep going. Well, that seemed to be quite successful and enjoyable. I quite enjoyed watching, and it was not too big a crowd, was it? It was quite nice. So you do that one again?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And now you get a chance to use your little pocket.
Yes.
What's it called? The M7 Plus? I can't remember now. Bob and Brad. The post-race version. You doing your other calf?
Yeah, this is the one I felt when I was running.
Oh, right. You got a little tear or lump or something.
This will help it.
Well, you can never have too many muscle guns, can you? And that M7 Plus is absolutely perfect for taking on our travels with us in the motorhome. If you're interested in it, Bob and Brad have given us a discount code, so you can get 10% off, and I'll leave a link to the product in the description for this video. Now, let's get back to seeing whether we can diagnose the problem with the MultiPlus. All the things have arrived, and now I'm all set for my conversation with Mark from Bluefix, and hopefully I'll be plugging a dongle in and he'll be able to help me diagnose what the problem is. I'm all right. How are you? So I've got my ear pods in, so I've got complete hands free, and I'm sat with my laptop on my kneelie pad outside by the inverter. So with Mark of Bluefix Energy Solutions on the other end of the phone, he talked me through a number of simple steps to take. Now, we tried various things, and then he remotely connected to my laptop, having downloaded some software. He then did some firmware updates on the MultiPlus, and then we discovered something that might well solve the whole problem. Oh, that's great, Mark. Thank you so much for being a genius once again. Thanks. Bye. Well, after all that was the culprit, and you see that. So this is an Ethernet cable that Bluefix left in for us, so if they ever need to get in and do any diagnostics, as we have just done, we can do that. Unfortunately, because we'd once had some water in here, and they mounted it on a plate, so there was no water getting to the inverter, but of course that just sits dangling waiting to be plugged in. That's obviously come into contact with some water, corroded, and that was the problem. Good to go. Well, whilst I was doing the final edit for this video, I realised that I've mentioned Bluefix, it's actually Bluefix Energy Solutions, quite a lot. So I just wanted to clarify, they are not sponsors of this channel. All of the equipment that we've had fitted, we got from Bluefix and we paid for. And we went to them because they were recommended to us by Oak Tree Motorhomes, a company with an excellent reputation. But we've not been disappointed by them. They've been really, really responsive and always helpful, as you've seen throughout this video. Anyway, on that note, and with everything now working absolutely fine, I thought it was a good place to finish. It's been a real funny mix of a video, so thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.